double shot time here. I'm John Retton with my review of New Japan Pro Wrestling's World Tag League and Best of Super Juniors 27 Night 5 events. The next few shows are going to be double reviews because I have a lot of work and a lot of other projects I'm working on, so I hope you guys understand. December 6th, that show to determine who goes to the finals. I'll be reviewing that either live or right after I get home from work, and then December 11th, I will be reviewing the finals either live or just after I wake up, and then Super J Cup I will for sure be watching live. Can't wait for that. Looking forward to seeing how New Japan finishes off this tour. And that Super J Cup, that field could be pretty damn good, despite one of the participants. I think you know which one I'm talking about. But anyway, let me know what you guys think of the tournament field so far in the comments, please, and point totals at the end of each review here. And until we get to the December 6th event, then there's no point in doing the point totals because we know who made the goddamn finals. So, Nagada and Tatsuji versus Kojima and Honma. Yota has really improved his strikes and his counters, but he did fall to the cozy lariat 1, 2, 3. Not much of note, really, in this because it's typical young lion and veteran versus two veterans, so of course we know the young lion's going to take the fall. That's the whole point of the program, for them to gain experience. We then get Finjuice versus Folly and Chase. Yay, more Folly and Chase. Just what I didn't fucking need to see. Folly isn't bad, but he's fucking washed. His knees are shot. Chase Owens, the mere mention of his name makes me want to fall asleep. And we get a grenade eventually for 3. So yeah, Folly and Chase get their first ever points. It just... it is what it is. It wasn't necessarily the most interesting match because you have, Finley and Juice Robinson who can work. Folly who wants to work but is washed. And Chase can hit a couple good strikes, but he's fucking boring. When they get Evil and Yujiro with Dick Togo versus Hanare. Speaking of boring, Evil and Yujiro. I like the team of Hanare and the ace, Tanahashi, but the usual club BS and Dick all over Tana's leg. Have fun on seeing that. Hanare did get a chance to show off. We get the pimp stick to the head, but Hanare would not be denied getting the toe bottom 1, 2, 3. So yay, they get their first ever points. Good. This was good stuff. We then get Ichi and Yano versus Guerrillas of Destiny. The usual fare. We get turnbuckle pad usage. We get, I never tire of watching Ishii in the ring. And Yano can be entertaining. See, if Yano was the only gimmick comedy guy, then I think he would stand out even a little bit more because he actually can wrestle. And he doesn't always rely on it nearly as much as Taguchi does. Don't worry, I'm going to get to that here in a little bit. Good pace. We get some stick action, the kendo stick because Jato's out there. Low blow and the dreaded roll-up. 1, 2, 3. And during this, the KOPW trophy was also broke. Tangaloa would not, want to deal with a trophy like that. So it's like, fuck it, break. And he just broke the goddamn thing. And Yano was disappointed. But Ishii and Yano got the last laugh with 2 more points. Dangerous Techers, Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi versus the Great O-Cobb, as I'm calling him, the Great O-Khan and Jeff Cobb. Sweet Christ, why in the world is the Great O-Khan not more interesting? Because he can hit a couple good moves, but this gimmick, and I'm sure it is in reference to various, I believe it's, the mouthpiece, somebody told me was a reference to Kitamura, who was a jacked up young lion that may have to retire due to various injuries. That's nice that he does that tribute. It really is nice to carry on, somebody that, the legacy of somebody that meant something to him. Here's the problem. The Great O-Khan isn't fucking interesting, and Zack Sabre Jr. had to carry him. Everybody had to carry him. I don't get the wah! I don't get that. I don't get the goddamn wah chops. It's just weird. Zack Mephisto, 1, 2, 3. At least Jeff Cobb's pretty damn good because he's having to carry this goddamn team, but Dangerous Techers get the victory. Of course, the champs should be gaining a bunch of points. You don't want to have too many people beating the champions because otherwise you kind of devalue the championships. Then Shingo and Sonata versus Goto and Yoshihashi. Pace is good. Yoshi got beat up for a bit. We get a lot of reversals. A lot of goddamn reversals. And a lot of good near falls. I mean, some really good action here. And Skull End taps Yoshihashi. And there we go. That's it right there. So now let's get to the point totals. Chase and Foley with 2. Yano, Ishii, O-Khan, and Cobb with 6 each. Goto and Yoshihashi with 4. Zack Sabre Jr. and Taichi, Evil, and Yujiro with 6 each. Sonata and Shingo with 8. They are leading. Tanahashi and Hanare with 2. And then Guerrillas of Destiny with 6. Finjuice with 4. So it's starting to look like Finjuice might not actually make a repeat of the finals. Unless they, run off a whole bunch of wins and somehow a bunch of other teams fall. But then we get to Best of Super Juniors Night 5. Nagada and Kid versus Kojima and Honma. Okay, copy and paste everything that I said about the previous opening match with the Young Lion to this. Kid has really improved his strikes. He really is quite good and gets the crowd fired up, but does fall to the cozy lariat 1, 2, 3. Hiromo versus Yuya. And Yuya has been showing up in this. This might have been his best performance. He was really doing some good stuff. A Cobain dropkick into the barricade. We get a bunch of chops and strikes laid in. Yuya came close with a Boston Crab and an armbar. He came really, really close. He has perfected that armbar, and it's only getting better in the ring. But then eventually, he doesn't even hit that double arm suplex, a double arm release suplex, and no cover. But then Boston Crab for the win. Hiromo gained him to tap out. So, okay, that was fine. That was good stuff. And Hiromo gets not an easy 2 points, but Yuya did show off and did some pretty good stuff. Doki versus Master Waddo. Man, Doki's going to go winless in this goddamn thing, isn't he? Fucking hell. Until he faces Yuya, I think. But then we get Doki. He pulled Tatsuji in the way of Master Waddo. That Master Waddo, he's trying, he is, but this gimmick just isn't very good. He lays his pipe on 2 men, though. Doki does that. Have fun on seeing that. Yeah, Waddo is good in the ring, but this gimmick is shit. This gimmick is not good. It's almost as bad as the Great Okan. And later we get a ref bump. We get Tenzon Driver and Spiral Tap 1, 2, 3. I actually don't know what they fucking call his finisher. I'm calling it the Spiral Tap until somebody tells me. So Master Waddo doing pretty well in this tournament. It's just a shame his gimmick isn't interesting. Bushi in a Venom mask. Man, Bushi must have like a bunch of closet space just for all his masks. Versus Taguchi. I get it that Taguchi uses his ass as a weapon. Okay, enough. Pull your fucking tights up. It's not funny. It's not. This isn't very funny. He's using the ass as a weapon. Just leaves the tights down, partly. And just, okay, stop. Just stop. I mean, hey, if the Japanese fans like it, that's fine. I don't find it funny. And ankle lock later, but then we get MX 1, 2, 3. And there we go. Wait, is it MX or Weapon X? I'm actually trying to remember because I know that Kanemaru has something called Weapon X. I think he's called Weapon X. Please let me know in the comments. I'm actually very confused. Speedy recovery, by the way, to Kanemaru. Whole point is Bushi gets the victory. The Venom mask must have led him to victory. And then we get Robbie Eagles versus Ishimori. Good pace. Both men use their agility quite well. Ishimori, great, compact, fast pace and everything. Robbie Eagles targeting the knee with a great drop kick off the ropes. He did get his elbow caught in the corner on some double knees. That looked kind of painful. And then a Ron Miller special, but then it kept going. This is where I kind of had a bit of an issue. I was like, okay, it kind of probably should have wrapped up shortly after that. LaBelle Lock, and then the Bloody Cross 1, 2, 3. So Taiji Ishimori, the current IWGP Junior Heavyweight Champion, gets the victory, as he should have, and there you go. We didn't get Show versus El Desperado. Show zeroed in on that arm and kept beating it down and beating it down. And doing some good stuff. Despy did target the knee and, some good body part targeting here. The kicks were laid in. We get an armbar, but to the ropes, we get a ref bump. Loaded punch, seemingly. Tape fist and Pinche Loco. 1, 2, 3. And that's it right there. So let's get on to the point totals here. Yuya Uemura and Doki with 0. And Doki's probably only going to gain 2 points by beating Yuya. Master Waddo with 8, shockingly. Robbie Eagles with 4. Sho and Bushi with 6. Taguchi with 4. El Desperado with 6. Hiromo and Ishimori with 8 each. But if I recall correctly, Hiromo beat Taiji Ishimori on the opening night. And since he did, we're probably going to get those 2 guys in the finals, and then Hiromu's going to beat him, which is going to be kind of interesting. Though I think Ishimori shouldn't be in the finals. I think find a way to not have the champion in the finals. Then you have Hiromu and somebody else face off. Maybe Hiromu and Master Waddo. I mean, because they're bound and determined to try and make Master Waddo work. Anyway, agree, disagree, what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm Charles Retlin. I'll see you soon.